Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Sequana Clark. I wanted to read some of the concerns named by the tenants of 130 Chancellor Avenue. We have some concerns about inhabitable living conditions. The water was shut off for 4 days in September without communication due to lack of payment. Water has been randomly shut off 1 or 2 days over the past year. The heat has been off during winter hours or days, months. We believe the building is being renovated illegally. It is rent controlled, subsidy housing. Management is changing structure of apartments to create more room and increase room. So in my apartment, it was originally a 1 bedroom, but they created it into a 2 bedroom, and my son doesn't have any windows in his room. Um, so during operation of when they're changing and structuring our buildings, they are not putting up no permits, so they're disturbing the peace. The building lacks security. We have no cameras in the back. The parking lot has low lights. We have no gates. Stolen cars are being parked underneath our buildings. Tenants' vehicles was vandalized on August 18th. It was a white Hyundai. The intercom bell system does not work. Tenants have to walk downstairs to see who rings bell. System is not handicap physically disabled friendly. Management is inaccessible to tenants. No direct phone numbers to reach management. Service number provided does not work. No follow-up when we have issues. Also, our office hours is through 4 to 5. So it's like some people that get off of work, we have to squeeze and go hurry up to go pay our rent. That's unfair. No communication between tenants and the management. I'm sorry, I'm shaking, guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The elevators poses an issue to elderly and physically challenged tenants. This is the last concern. So the elevator stopped working frequently for multiple days at a time. The elevator is out of service for almost 2 months during the summer. And when it's fixed, the door doesn't properly open or it doesn't properly close. So thank you.
Thank you. 103 Chancellor, right?
130 Chancellor Avenue.
130. Okay. Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much. Next speaker.
My name is Deborah Daniels. I'm from 130 Chancellor. Well, the two of the tenants have already said, my concern is with these guys doing the construction, they have no license, so they're messing with the electric. God forbid if there's a fire there, and the elevator is continue breaking down. The door shuts halfway. So if you have grocery or anything, you got to go in there. You have that much space to go in. Also, it's been a lot of robberies, car theft, and we have called the police department. 3 weeks ago, it was a guy come by trying to steal a car that pulled the gun out. And we called the police department, and I couldn't even get through. I was in my window, but I couldn't get through to the police department at all. And then one lady, she was going into the building, and somebody had her by the throat and walked her up to her apartment and robbed her. So that is a lot of concerns there, and the landlords is thinking it's a joke. Like the water was off, they said, oh no, call the city. The city cut your water off. We had nothing to do with it. 4 days. You had a lot of kids in the building. I was tugging 5 gallons of water to flush the toilet. So that's my concern. But like I said, they all said whatever.
Hi, my name is David Bronner.
Good morning.
Morning. I live at 130 Chancellor Avenue with the young lady that spoke earlier. And I just want to ask you, the city council, a question. The management in 130 has been illegally converting apartments for over a year now. When someone moves out of a 1-bedroom apartment, the rent was $750 to $850. As soon as they leave, management brings in a crew of, I don't want to spill, but you can tell they're illegal immigrants. I don't know, but I think so. And they immediately start gutting the apartment, gutting to the studs, and reframing it into from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, the same square footage. Now, I want to ask you, city council, can someone buy an apartment building, with a designated square footage of a 1-bedroom, illegally converted to a 2 or 3 bedroom, charged a tenant who's always one of us from $750 to $850 to $1,000 to $1,300 a month for the same square footage and get away with it. Now, I would like to ask you if you know for a fact that that is illegal, because as I speak now, they're doing it to an apartment on my floor, the first floor. The woman that passed away, I thought they were just selling it again. They're bringing framed sheetrock through the window because tenants started complaining. There's no construction ordinance. You're not supposed to be doing this. So they got slick and bringing it through the window right now. So like I would just like to ask you, can you do is it legal? If it's illegal, is there anything you can do to reimburse the tenants of 130 that are being ripped off by this management?
It's your time, so we don't interrupt when it's your time. I know you're new here, but I'm sorry.
I just want to reiterate, because to talk and talk and talk is good, but they are ripping off your constituents. They're charging people who can barely make rent $1,000, $1,100 for an apartment that's only should be legally on the market for $800. And they're doing it to every apartment in that building. They provide nothing for landscaping. The washing machines now, they changed it to where if you want to use the washing machine, you have to give up your banking information. I've never heard of that. There's some individuals that use it. They say they ask for your banking information. The washing machines are from the 60s. The elevator, like she said, is from the 60s. When it breaks, which was at one time once or twice a month. I lived on the 5th floor. I'm 61, but there are people that could barely walk on the 5th floor. So enough talk. Can you please do something to help your constituents from this management who just want rent? That's all. And I yield back my